Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at some of my G.I. Joe Action Marines, which I have customized using figures and accessories from various sources. Most of what you see here is 40th anniversary stuff, including the figures. All of these figures are basically from that 40th anniversary line. And you can see this box over here is also from that line. They basically reproduce the original G.I. Joe box, with pictures of the various accessory sets on the side. And you can identify it from a vintage box because it basically says anniversary edition. So there's no confusion between this box and an actual vintage box. But in terms of the proportions and the graphics and everything, most of it looks, very, very similar to a vintage box. I'm going to talk about these various figures. Here we have my communications officer, and most of what you see here is from the 40th anniversary line. The helmet is not. I don't even think that's a Hasbro issue, but in terms of proportions and everything, it looked very close in size to, the way a Hasbro helmet would look, but it had this cloth cover, and I thought that it made it quite unique, and it actually matched up in terms of this uniform. This uniform is actually the same as the uniform on this guy, but I dyed it to be a little bit darker and more close in keeping with the way a vintage uniform looks. So really love that figure. It's definitely one of my favorites. And this figure here, most of the gear here is from the Timeless collection, including a uniform and this flak vest. Came with the heavy weapons set, and then this helmet actually was issued with the classic collection. But in terms of coloration and proportions wise, it's very much in keeping with a vintage helmet, but also a little bit different because the coloration was a little bit lighter and had this camouflage, which actually matched up quite well with this uniform. So I like that. This rifle, again, I don't think that's Hasbro at all, but it made a little bit different kind of like thing that I could have in my collection that made it different from most of the other rifles. A lot of those rifles in both the 40th anniversary and Timeless collection, they all kind of look alike, and this one looked different. So, I decided to put this in there because the proportions looked correct. But then last but not least over here, we have, it's almost a fully outfitted Marine, including the backpack, entrenching tool. I think this is the tent, over top, strapped in there. And then, this is sort of the more traditional color uniform. And then this helmet, I think this helmet actually, it might have come with that heavy weapon set. It's actually made out of metal, so it's a little bit, makes the figure a little bit top heavy, but I actually kind of like it. It retains its shine, and actually, I think it looks pretty cool. And, this has a different weapon with the bayonet as well. So very, very cool figure. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have for you. I wanted to show you these Marines. The Marines are very, very colorful in terms of like the G.I. Joe line, and always have interesting features, and I love having these in my collection. If you have any questions or have thoughts about the stuff, please leave them in comments. And until next time, I hope you're having a great day, and thanks for watching.